Hey, what up, dudes? Welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. Last time, we were just finishing up the story in 2.4. Now we're in version 2.5, actually. And what happened last time? Well, last time we went to the Shackling Prison, which is underwater. We were going to do like an in-out kind of thing. With Jin Yuan being... I think we were down there to get a testimony, if I remember right. But as we were down there, the Borisin broke loose their leader, Hoolay. Yes, that's his name. And now he's running around down there. I assuming he escaped completely from what we saw last time. But we're just continuing on the story from that point on. Let's actually do this. Oh, I should have read all that. Because it's been a hot minute. The Shackling Prison has fallen. The pack of wolves have broken free. The starting development has upset everyone. Plans before the war dance commences. Ceremony could commence. While the Zanshou alleyways seem to have calm and peaceful as ever, wolves' capability of shapeshift have already been hidden themselves in the crowd. After escaping the Shackling Prison in one piece, you find Yanqing, who is anxiously pacing about. Oh yeah, I forgot. They like shave their whiskers and shit. There's something like that. I thought I'd go with this team. You see on the right. But there's some POV switching too, so there'll be a lot of team swapping here and there. Also, if I shout, hang on, if I shout's there by yourself. Excuse me, sir. Oh, I can't talk to you. Kind of funny she's right there, though. Anyways, continuing like where we last left off.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we
Yeah, there's like a new map.
What's inside?
Wall has an auto itself.
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance.
What's up?
Here you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the Shackling Prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
Guess what
There was a
happened?
revolt in the Shackling Prison.
Holy shit, I'm talking.
Unfortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
Why am I holding a bat? What happened near
I
end?
was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hoolay's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship.
Tourists over there are talking about you.
I heard them too, but I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster.
What? I can defend the ring?
The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hoolay will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break. intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yaoqing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Brings you here, General.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Xiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Well, looks good.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hoolay on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulay's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiaoqiu hostage.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. They have him.
The more complicated the situation becomes.
Jiaoqiu always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to
Like
rush
bitches.
out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hoolay loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
Back in the prison break in the seat of divine foresight.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hoolay made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Xiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Xiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hulay's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Can the war dance really be held as scheduled?
Arch is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong.
So, Yunli, what do you think we should do?
Well, I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, It's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach.
Which 2 parties?
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hoolay's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. A child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hoolay actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Law Fu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here.
Are you suggesting that Yunlin takes Yanqing's place,
Master
Ringmaster?
Yunli, is General Huayan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yanqing?
No, that's not the case.
General Huayan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Be interesting seeing March being more involved. Look at Linksha. 3 dull hours before the war dance commences in the Shackling prison.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are 2 sides of the same Xianzhou Law Fu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Xueyi from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hoolay has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hoolay herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hoolay was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Heavy now. This might be pointless to do, but I'm just gonna do it. I do have a team in mind for this.
Just leave this to me, Lady Jade.
Jade ain't sticking with us. Full on fire.
Topaz, what a coincidence. Guess I should see this as a business trip.
Asta knows Topaz? Interesting. I didn't know that. Kind of a cool effect they added for her. Of course, can't view any of her stuff.
According to
Anyways,
Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled
just wanted to do
upon
that.
suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians.
Drugs.
Simply put, Foxians and
Basically.
Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Borisin has fast metabolism, so the effects of medicines don't last long. Which filtration technique which the general is familiar with.
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the Law Fu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
He is staring right at me.
These infiltrators rely
Freaking
on the
Lake Shaw.
medicine to maintain their disguise. Then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me.
The way that camera's angle is looks like you're staring right at the viewer.
According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin.
I'm interested to see how a mono fire team's gonna be. We'll check it out in a minute. First story. Prison guard has collapsed to the ground and her body twisted unnaturally. Examine the remains.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hoolay.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hoolay is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hoolay united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hoolay appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hoolay with her frost blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different.
Ah yes, Jingliun.
A few of us remain. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Jiaoqiu, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes.
That's pretty metal.
Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Lawfu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Lawfu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Jiaoqiu.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hoolay was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Probably not an easy beast to kill, you know what I mean? If he is an abomination of abundance. Hey, let's see how this team works. Just pure fire, nothing else. Lingsha's a healer, but she's also a breaker. Kind of similar. She has a talent that's kind of similar to Boot Hill, but instead of crit rate and crit damage for her break effect, it's healing and attack, basically.
Immerse yourself in it. Be of your body and mind. No manners.
She's a healer with a pink rabbit. She's a healer, but Cox gun. Basically.
The market is right. Investing in victory means playing the long game. May the foul stench dissipate quick.
Actually, was lucky enough to get Lingsha, but she's not built up enough.
Let the value confiscate
I didn't see what that said. It's an achievement. Marshmallow Rabbit. A single battle link should use link should keep Fuyin on the battle until victory. Oh, okay. That's the pink rabbit. Really has a name. Really? That chair was in the way.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
She peels open the Cloud Knight's armor to stretch out her hands.
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold a position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Any chests in the open, I'll try to get them so we don't have to revisit the area in the future. But I have a feeling we're gonna have to revisit it anyways. That's nutty. Oh, the lava. Prisoner is on the ground. The joy of regaining form and sudden shock these 2 expressed are frozen on the pale face at the moment of death.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood.
Brutal.
He was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
That's some way to go.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hoolay was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Jiaoqiu be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hoolay went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hoolay, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. So the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hoolay wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Jiaoqiu, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Linshaw.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hoolay, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you.
As we explore deeper. We're going all the way back down into the center, it seems. Oh yeah, there's guys to fight down here too. But are they in the way though? That's the question. There's a side crane down here? Yeah. I'll look at that later. I don't know if it's anything important right now. Oh, this rowboat guy's in the way. Wolf-shaped mech disgruntles into a pile of
Yen Qing
metal.
told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Biometric weapon that will auto-restart even after being turned off.
The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals.
Like lab rats?
Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild
Classic IPC.
unknowingly became their accomplices.
He'd be hiding in a pile of metal on the ground, ready to move.
Watch out! This thing is still alive!
Bring it on, Robo bitch.
Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of Honkai species across the line. Time to get vigilant! Easy, Numby. Liquidation! Allow me to purge the root of the time to cleanse the children. The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding.
I have something for you.
No fire weakness, this might take a bit.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
These trailblazers, your
It's just him, so Asta's not gonna get too much stacks.
Market if I'm
right. Investing in victory means playing the long game. Yeah.
Anything will be a slow burn.
Liquidation! May the foul stench dissipate. Be of your body and mind.
time for an overhaul.
I know she flies around similar to Black Swan.
And I know
Must be like a levitating thing.
Let the valuations go nothing! Allow me to purge the root. Time to cleanse the filth. The truth for everything in this world. It's bleeding.
Brings up more vulnerability.
Market if I'm
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Everything is ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
I have something.
That was a bunch of notifications. That machine goes silent again, like a wounded beast drained of its blood. It can no longer move.
You haven't answered my question about why Hoolay was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hoolay on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hoolay's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did. So,
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Jiaoqiu have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Jiaoqiu, Hoolay was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hoolay thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hoolay and the Luofu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
The sedition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hoolay and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path.
I see now.
But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the Divine Force acting. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But, let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
That's good. Easy, Miko. Making sure she's making sure everyone knows she's here. A vase is to break. Massive bodies of fierce battle must have been found here. Examine the Mars struck.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borisin, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Linshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this.
That's pretty sus.
Additionally, the fact that the Borisin need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borisin would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borisin and aid in Hoolay's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true mastermind. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on Alafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Jiaoqiu messenger who was taken hostage. Hoolay was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Do Duel out hours before
As I
the
said,
war
I'm a
dance.
healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of
Hot.
medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy.
Oh, I forgot you had a
Isn't that
dumb
just
name.
one flavor
Fucking mock
overpowering the
talk.
others?
Well, you have a point.
I actually
Let me
like
ask
him,
you
Jiaoqiu.
this. If there's a fussy child
He's a cool-looking
who refuses
Foxian.
to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
Jesus.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor
gonna lie,
of
it
the
sounds
meat
good right now.
overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hoolay's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou, but in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hoolay.
Oh, you pathetic
Oh, damn, Hoolay.
Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
You should by pointing out that they are the runaways.
Run away, you said? Well, I'm not the one who's trying to run away right now.
True.
The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home, Lord Hoolay? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqiu, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqiu. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Mock Talk. Is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Mock Talk. fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance
Mongus,
brought us
huh?
hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Jiaoqiu would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
Point on Magus ulterior
That
motives.
so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Luofu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hoolay! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Luofu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiaoqiu, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
Like this.
My lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
Why don't you send your people?
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiaoqiu? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
We're always like Ganondorf before he turns into the giant pig. Just in case, he's in Italy, right? I will give you my Silver Wolf team.
You know why I'm letting you go. Because Foxians like
you
you
say the
enter
same
the
thing.
port and report back to me.
Yeah, we'll do.
I don't fully understand Lord Hoolay's intentions, But don't think you can simply run away.
You know, the spot is where Sanctus Manticus was. I was with another dude, pretending to be with them.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
Definitely sus.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
Something's up. Look around. Foxian has the coldest person gazes at Jiaoqiu. There's a sharp pressure in the gaze, carrying the warning to the healer that says, every clever little thought you bear might lead to a severe consequence you come to regret.
Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hoolay? For now, I'll do as he asked.
You think Hoolay would stand out even in human form? He still kind of does. Starship pilot still is just an ordinary but hard-working individual who fears people from place to place every day. Understand if you thoughtlessly ask him for your aid, you will reap several repercussions regardless of the outcome of success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and action.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
Oh. You immediately notice that the Foxian passenger near the star skiff was looking you up and down. How many passengers can you accommodate?
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less
His
than
little
15
star
minutes
skiff.
if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start. The Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
What happens if I just ask the red test? Can we keep this quiet?
Quiet. Come on, spill it if you have something to say.
I'm kind of curious to see what would happen. Can you deliver a message to the Realm Keeping Commission?
Realm Keeping Commission? It's right up ahead. Look, I've got a business to run, so why don't you go there yourself?
I'll do all the optional stuff. Search for help, send the news out to the outlet. Which one's the optional one? Oh, the optional one's still knowing that's not have the sharp spikes. Gotcha. Or it doesn't look like a triangle like that one does. Yeah, there's another Foxy nearby. Dude, get the hell out of here. I want to keep a commission orderly, non-accommodation, accustomed to handling emergencies like this one. Understand if you thoughtlessly ask him for aid, you will reap severe repercussions. Yeah, a failure. Choose your words carefully.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
But the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and
So
officials
Hoolay
have
just
been
has a bunch of
reassigned to
Foxians
assist
everywhere
in the war dance.
that are secretly wolf people. And someone's staring at him from far away. Yeah, there he is. I need your help.
If I can help you.
I'm Jiaoqiu.
Hi. Do you need my help, messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Borisin
Is that
are
bad?
hiding in the Exalting Sanctum.
Oh, fuck.
We must deliver this news to the Cloud Knights.
Borisin? Here? Are you serious?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxians. Please warn the Cloud Knights immediately.
Watch this be fail.
Will you please wait here for a while? I'll find a soldier.
Wonder if you heard that. We're talking pretty loud. Hold on. Oh, it wants me to go over there. Unless he says that we're near the harbor, you feel anxious. Cloud Knight soldier on duty here is out of reinforcement. Understand if you ask. So, obviously for their aid. Yeah.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help?
There's someone staring at you from far away. There he is again. Yeah, I need your help.
Could you please provide more details?
What if I just straight up say Borisins are hiding nearby? Yeah, sure.
Are you sure about that? Wait. I
Screw it.
recognize you.
I just want to see what
You're the
happens.
Jiaoqiu messenger. How are you here?
I was brought here by the Borisin. Please make sure to report this news.
All right. I'll call for reinforcements.
So he just has a bunch of nerds watching me. What are they gonna do? Hey, Cinque. Yeah. She just hangs out here. It's like, sup? Gambling girl.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
You're so familiar sending the Foxian pilots. Well, the warhead wants to leave.
You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on?
A lot. There's a lot going on.
Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hoolay and see what tricks he's up to.
I have a feeling I can get you killed by accident. And I apologize for that. But hope not. The Hoolay.
Jiaoqiu.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
Trying to do mock talk.
What are you trying to do, Moktok? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I never gave you permission to talk with others. Remember, these people died because of you.
The crack of bones echoes through the small courtyard. There's no scream, no sound of struggle.
You want to prove to me that you hold everyone's lives in your hands, right, Hoolay?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiaoqiu. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
You can believe you're surrendered. Tallmaster's finger touches your shoulder blade. Digging his claws into a piece of flesh so your pain piercing down your bone. Can't stand it.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borisin aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yaoqing wanted to take me away? To some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borisin and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiaoqiu? I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
No, how typical, just another Borisin myth.
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own.
That's pretty metal.
Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiaoqiu, I found you.
Moots. The way they say Moots' name, it's like Moots or... Duel hours before the war dance convince Stargaze
I
Navalia.
know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiaoqiu, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
How can Hoolay possibly hunt us down?
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous lawful Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hoolay is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage
Of course not.
means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position.
Where do these Borisin want to go?
What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Everything. And we're back to the original team. I want to stick with this because I like the Herd of Jade combo on this. I fought these guys way before. Suspicious.
This is where we ran into the Borisin last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened.
She may have been alerted with the Borisin.
If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borisin wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borisin here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look
Yeah,
at
it's
these
a bit
2
crowded.
Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps easier for patrol. But each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Oh, what's up with these nerds?
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
Stargazer Valley is on lockdown?
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Xianzhou Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borisin?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
What are you doing over here?
There. Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yanqing.
Stargazer Navalia on lockdown?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird.
Perhaps.
I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Alright then. Told me to go kick rocks, alright now.
Lieutenant Yanqing and General Fei Xiao?
You're aware of the Borisin prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Question his location.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Damn, I got a lot of lines today.
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye
Tagging
on the
us.
Sky Splitter?
Yes.
Ask about the Sky
You've
Splitter.
been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yanqing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
And that's all we have.
So, it seems that some Borisin have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
Definitely members from the Skyfaring Commission.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
What's up, nerds?
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
About that.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hoolay?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqiu. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Magic cat, go! Just slap him with the fedora.
I always deliver.
I don't think I ever showed up Jade here, have I? She pretty much puts a contract on Herta, makes her hit harder, and I think she has more speed too. On top of that, yeah, by 30. And Jade gets a point of charging. As you can see, she has a number 8 between 8 and 0 right there. If Herta hits, say 4 of these guys, that's 4 hits for Jade. Get a stack of 8, she uses a follow-up attack. This sounds pretty cool. I like it. As long as you got like another multi-hitter on your team, you're good.
Do you know who I
In this case, would be Herta.
It's all yours! Time for a lesson.
I like what this team's got go on.
There's no backing out now. For me or you. Time to twirl! Missile.
I like that synergy, I really do. I think it's pretty neat.
Here comes someone your own size.
I gotta be mindful of heals though. Because I have Hua.
Arrest them all! Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hoolay's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borisin escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borisin.
Nice camera angle, by the
I know
way.
the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borisin get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
But you're a Foxian, right?
Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borisin roam. known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqiu. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
Damn slavery.
You survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqiu. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Watsa, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Jiaoqiu is trying to stall Hoolay, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hoolay from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Jiaoqiu.
$1 before the war dance convent. Exalting Sanctum.
Save me. I want to live. Doctor.
Jiaoqiu, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot. Hurry!
Oh, we're learning about his past. Red flags.
I see. How's the front line?
The Borisin beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Jiaoqiu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Jiaoqiu?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now.
I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiaoqiu?
Interesting.
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xianzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Not full on Foxian.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such
Interesting.
astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hoolay. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of Rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason: witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Feishao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Of course it wouldn't.
Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Oh God.
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves,
That was brutal.
create fear. We don't become servants.
Bro just got fucking.
If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Jiaoqiu.
Milja. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. the rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
The voice actor's giving his all. Damn. Things are not looking good.
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
Here to be the ringmaster, behalf of Master Yanqing.
As a representative of the Xianzhou Luofu, I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Luofu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yanqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Zhuming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little
It'd be funny if Mark just cleaves for everyone.
March.
Just like, I don't know.
Great storms that you,
Like, oh damn, March going hard.
Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
Assuming I think I should drop out of the contest. Get going then.
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for
March, you had a whole event where you're literally OP.
Let's go.
Can't do that again.
Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
You'll be ready when we get there. But not today. This will be for next time. As we will continue on with the story and all this stuff. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. I'm getting right back onto this. I know it's been a couple weeks since this update launched and all that. But I'm here now, taking care of it. Sometimes real life gets in the way of the fun stuff. We're doing the fun stuff, though. That's the thing. So, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Like, check out my friends' links, or my links, everything in the description below. Give your love and support to my artists, and also Zolo if you can. Greatly appreciate it. If not, hey, good to have you here. But until next time, see you guys later. See ya.